Mhm. Hey there, welcome to Pop Culture Cupid.
I'm Alison, love coach, here to help you single people find your way back to love.
And I'm Michal, I'm a single life coach. I help singles embrace themselves and their singleness, as well as develop a healthy self relationship.
In this podcast, we will look at how pop culture impacts romance, dating, and your love life.
And each week, we'll shoot another arrow through another pop culture delusion.
I thought we weren't going to do the whole cheesy thing.
And then burst into smithereens.
Oh my god, dude, that's so cringe!
Sorry, it's in the intro now.
If you make it through the chaos and you enjoy what you hear, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and go to all the social media.
At Pop Culture Cupid on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy!
Recording in progress.
Yay!
Yay! It's been a hot minute.
Yeah,
Very
hotter than
hot.
it used to be.
Yeah. My God,
it's-
where do we even begin?
I mean, we just looked. Last time we recorded was mid-July, and now it's late. It's mid to late September, so it's been a good couple of months.
Yeah, it's crazy. It feels like it's been forever.
It
And
does.
It has kind of been forever.
It does, because this is the longest we've ever gone without, because we've been in contact, but because you've been in Thailand and I've been, moving and making a child, it's just like we've been a bit out of touch.
Yeah.
And usually,
and a lot has happened.
Yeah. So let's just kind of explain the new kind of like thinking about this second season, what we're going to be doing, and then stop and record a proper episode.
Yeah. Yeah, because we kind of it's a new season. We wanted to try something different and start new and just do a bit of a cleansing and shuffling and reorganizing things, I think, a bit.
Yeah, especially as we're both kind of, we did it for a year. It did have some traction, and we appreciate like the people who do listen like regularly, like amazing. We wanted to build the community, and so we're kind of like figuring out what would work more, and so we're kind of gonna changing the format. I think we're gonna stick to talking about trashy television whenever we can, but smaller formats seems.
Yeah, I think it also makes sense because anyway, when we would record like a 40-minute to an hour episode, we would change up subjects throughout the episode anyway. And I think it's just, we figured out, I think that it's a bit harder to keep track of what's going on. And it's harder to really like, as a listener, to take in everything that's being talked about and really digesting it when it's like so long and so much in just one episode. So I feel like, and especially like, our attention spans are a bit shorter. What can you do? So I think like 20 minutes to 30 minutes is just like much easier to commit to at one go, one sitting.
Yeah.
So,
and also I think part of, because we're both podcast consumers, and we kind of like the podcasts that just don't really have a topic and go into conversation. But that obviously hasn't worked for us. So I think, our listeners need to have a topic and just, for example, the next episode, is, I've titled the files Embarrassing Crushes, but I know that we've talked about other things during that episode. So we're going to cut it up into different topics. And then we want to record something about moving in with someone. And I think, even like just 20-minute talk about what it's like to move in with someone, and somebody can click on that and that be that, and that's much easier to follow than just flowing conversation. And we would start our podcast by just kind of saying, let's see where it takes us. I think that's what we're going to change most this second season.
I mean, it was fun and it was great, and it would take us to a lot of amazing conversations, but I think it's much harder to follow along when you're like, wait, weren't we just talking about that? How did we get to this now? And it's like kind of, when someone wants to click and listen to an episode about A, it's kind of harder to stay focused and keep their attention when we move on to B, C, D, E, and F and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're gonna try being more focused on like specific topics. We'll see where it gets us.
Yeah, exactly. And there's things that need building on, and it's we're good. It's called discipline. It's called discipline.
Well, with our organized chaos.
Kind
of. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm learning to, I'm learning to embrace it a lot as well in my life. I'm like, that's just who I am. You have to learn how to embrace it, but then also how to really work with it properly, so you can also get other people on board or other people to work properly with you. And it's kind of
make it palatable. We were talking about it over summer, and when we had our kind of talks about what we wanted to do this new coming season. One, we kind of want to take some of the pressure off of us of like creatively kind of coming up with things and putting them out there, but also we just want to put positive stuff out there.
Exactly.
And yeah, I mean, right now the long format isn't really working. Maybe we'll go back to it.
Yeah, it's very hard to produce 40 minutes to an hour every week and to get people to stay on for that long. And it's like, I mean, this is us being completely honest here. I mean, we could go on forever, but it's just, you have to learn. I mean, longer isn't always better. So it's just like, you have to learn how to,
which can be a topic in itself.
Ooh, yes, actually, that's what she said. I didn't, no pun intended, I promise you. Size does not matter. It's not in Hebrew we say it's not, wait, how do we say it? It's not the, actually, I think we say about age. It's not the age, it's the exercise. But it rhymes in Hebrew.
We get the image.
Anyway, I'm digressing. You see, we're already digressing.
I think, so coming this season, we'll talk about, so moving in with a partner, we'll definitely, like, we didn't talk about sex too much in the first season. I think we can talk more about sex and intimacy.
Sex is interesting.
I had an amazing conversation with a friend about, like, what is intimacy without sex? And so we can talk about that. And I think these, like, 20-minute episodes of just talking about, like, focused on these subjects might be way more helpful to our listeners than the ramblings of two crazy women across the world from each other. So I think we can just kind of finish up, maybe just say something new about you, I'll say something new about me, and then we can just stop and then record an episode.
Sounds good. So something new about me. Well, I just got back from Thailand and I just moved in with my boyfriend. So that's fun. And it's new. I moved to a completely different, I was living in a small city, and now I'm living in a tiny little quiet village in the middle of the desert. So that's very nice.
Very cool. Which we'll talk about in the next episode. And me, so I know that I mentioned that we moved before, but I don't think I mentioned that I was pregnant. Like I said at the beginning of the episode,
we didn't talk about it on the.
But I'm pregnant. I'm having a baby. I'm having a baby. I'm halfway through my pregnancy. It's very exciting. If I'm sounding a bit nasal, it's because of that. It's just one of those stupid symptoms that some pregnant women have. I didn't get the nausea, but the blocked up nose is one of them. So hopefully I'll get that sorted. But it's been months. So having a baby, and I'm not sure that we'll talk about that in too much detail. It's not really maybe down the line we'll talk about the fact that I've already got a stepchild. Maybe talk about that, but I don't think being pregnant is a sexy topic right now. We can talk about sex during pregnancy, which is a sexy topic, but pregnancy in itself is not interesting for people who are not in it. So I don't think we'll be talking too much about that.
Yeah, unless anyone asks specific questions about it. But
yeah, I mean, it's my favorite topic. Like, I love talking about it. So
yeah.
I would love to.
Wow.
So, but thinking about you guys. And so yes, I think right now, so this is kind of the episode 0 of season 2. Then we'll be posting unaired episodes from season 1, and then so in a few weeks there'll be the moving in with your partner episode, and there's going to be a new jingle coming. And
yeah,
I think
maybe we'll even do like a Q&A episode to get people to ask us questions. Maybe we do a reintroduction or something.
Yes, I think that's going to keep us going for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So see you soon, guys.
Yeah, see you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe wherever you are.
All the platforms, not TikTok.
Not TikTok, no.
Bye.
Bye-bye.